Alright, so I've already tried this video once, but then my dad called me and interrupted the video because I just filmed on my phone. There we go. A little crooked, but oh well. So today I want to go over lifeguard training and like what it takes to be a lifeguard. So just like a little bit of background on my lifeguarding skills. I don't even know. So basically, I started out at a different pool that I work at now. I lifeguarded there for three years. I don't even know. So I worked there for a while. I've been a lifeguard for 4 years, and this is my first year. This is my first summer managing. So basically, I just kind of want to go over like the training part right now. So like what it takes to be a lifeguard, and like both of the pools that I've worked at train through Red Cross. So that's kind of what I'm gonna be like going by, like the guidelines and stuff, and like the testing for that. So like if your pool trains for something else, I don't know if this video will be helpful or not. But so with Red Cross, a lot of it happens in the classroom. Obviously you're gonna practice it, but a lot of it is in the classroom. You'll watch, so like before you get there, you'll like skim through like a lifeguard manual and like go over that and stuff, and learn a little bit from that. Then you'll get into the classroom. You'll be watching videos with an instructor and like the rest of the people in your class, and taking tests and whatnot. And most of the time they're pretty nice. They like really help you out. They want you to pass, so it's not like a I don't know. You can miss up to like 4 questions, I think, per test, maybe 3. And I think most of the time you get 2 times to do it, like once in a retake. And they're pretty helpful, so don't worry about that. Also, before I started lifeguarding, I didn't even know how to swim. And then I got hired and I just learned how to swim. So like, I don't know. I think you could lifeguard if you wanted to. So, that's all I'm saying. So, training happens in the classroom a lot. So you're watching videos, taking tests, going over stuff, studying. So we started this year when I trained, we started in the pool. So you have to do 3 different tests to start out with. So the first test is your 300-meter swim. So if you have a lap pool that's 25 meters, I think it's 12. Yes, 12, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a lot of swimming, but like you can do freestyle and breaststroke, which really helps out. And I don't think it's timed. I'm not for sure, but I don't think it's timed. I mean, you can't stop. You can't like put your feet on the bottom, and it like literally takes, if you don't swim much, it takes a lot out of you. But once you get it over with, it's over with for 2 years. And then you have to try it in the deep end with like your hands either here or like under your armpits, so you can't use your hands. It's only legs, treading for 2 minutes. That part I don't think is that bad. It's like you just have to find somebody. I just talked to somebody during it, and then you kind of don't think about it. Yeah, you can, all of these things you can practice beforehand and see like how good you are or how not good you are at them, and like determine if you want to be a lifeguard or not. Then the next thing is probably the hardest thing of my entire life, if I'm being honest. So a lot of people don't think it's hard, but like literally the first time I did it in my first training, I cried. Like I could not do it, and I just sat there and bawled. And I don't know, I think it's a lot of mental, but it's just so hard. So basically you start at like the one end of a 25-meter pool, and you have to like, I don't think you jump it. You just are in the water, you swim down to like a deep end, and so most like pools do it at like a 12-feet area because that's how big the diving board area is. So you swim down, you go down, grab I think it's like a 10-pound brick or something. So it's like a brick shape, but it's like black. It's very slippery, which is like the hard part, and it's like a lot of mental because your ears start to pop and like stuff like that. So you have to go down, grab it, you put it on your chest, and then you have to kick with only your feet. You can't use like one arm or anything. You have to keep it here, and that part is hard too you have to like, so you start here, swim down, dive down in the water, grab the brick, come back up, and like you're gonna be like this, like on your back basically, kicking with the brick right here. That's kind of hard, but once you do it, you do it. Second time I did it for my second training was not as bad. I did it first try. I wanted to clear, but I didn't. And yeah, so that's basically all the testing pieces of it. And then there's like training later. So then we went to the classroom, did some testing and stuff. Went over CPR, so you'll get CPR certified and lifeguard certified. And then some pools do oxygen certifications. My old pool did, my new pool does not. Oxygen certification, all it means is that you're gonna learn how to use the like tank of oxygen. So like if you're doing like CPR on somebody, you can plug it into like the BVM bag, which is like, it's a mouthpiece and it's got a big bag that you like squeeze to get oxygen, so you just like connect it. So you just like get trained on like how to make sure it's working, how to use it, how to connect it, blah blah blah, and then you take a test over. So that part is not that bad. And then you go to the classroom, do all your testing, do your stuff like that, CPR, and then you learn like different saves and different types of saves. And then after you learn all that, then you go back to the water, you practice those, which is really nice. You practice those, and then you go back and you take your test on it, and that's pretty much it. So now I want to kind of go over like what pros and cons of lifeguarding or something. I probably should have written these down before, but I didn't, so we'll have to live with it. So pros of lifeguarding is, let me think, you get a tan, which is nice, but it's a very awkward tan. You get to work outside. You get to be by the pool all day, which is awesome. For me, it like has meaning to it. Like I need to have a job that has meaning, like a bigger meaning than myself, or like, I don't know, like these people's lives are in your hand, which like, we're not nurses or like doctors or anything, but these people's lives are like in our hands, and like, that's a big responsibility. I've helped like a lot of kids, and it's just like, I love being there for people, and so like that's a big thing for me and a big reason why I love lifeguarding. You have a lot of responsibility. You have to know a lot. You have to know so many situations. Even if those situations never happen, you have to know how to deal with a seizure. You have to know how to deal with somebody unconscious. You have to know how to deal with somebody who hits their head, who dives off the diving board and hits the bottom of the pool and comes up all bloody. You have to know so many situations and like how to work in all of them, and it gives you so many like life skills, and like I don't know, I think it's a really, really good job, and most of the time it pays super well. Like my job now pays really well, so like find a pool that pays well, cause it's a lot of work. We also do like training and stuff. Okay, so I forgot to tell you this. This is kind of like scrambly, but so your certification, you have to recertify every 2 years, but then that certification is good for 2 years, and then you can do it again and again and again. But that's not hard. Cons of lifeguarding. Okay, pro is that you don't start, unless you work like an indoor pool. The outdoor pools don't open till like 12 or 1, so you don't have to be there till like 11:30 or 12:30, which is nice because like you can sleep in if you want. You can go work out. You can do stuff in the morning that you want to do. But a con to that is that you don't have evenings. So like most pools are open till 8, or like even later for parties sometimes. And so like I never have evenings, and like when I want to go do something, it's always after 8 o'clock. And so I don't get to bed at a decent time at all. But like for some people that's a pro because they don't want to wake up at 8 a.m. for like a regular job or something like that. So that's really nice. Another con is that sometimes it's stressful. When there's a lot of people there, it gets very stressful. And I guess a con could be that like it is a lot of responsibility, and like maybe you don't want that responsibility on your plate. yeah. I can't think of any really other pros and cons. I work swimming lessons. I love swimming lessons. So you get to teach swimming lessons at most pools. So I do group swim lessons and private swim lessons, and I love both for different reasons, but I love my kiddos, and like it's so rewarding to be able to see, like, swimming lessons are hard. They're very hard because you have 15 kids and you're the teacher and you're trying to teach all of them to swim at once when you have like different levels of kids, and like it's hard, it's difficult, but like it's so rewarding to see from like day one to day whatever, like the last day that you guys finished up, to see how far they've grown and how much like confidence in the water that they have, and like they get so like proud of themselves, and like you get to see the parents and how proud they are, and then my favorite is to see them at the pool like in the summer and stuff, and just to be like, hi, how are you, and like they get so excited to see you, and that's probably one of my favorite parts. Another one of my favorite parts is being able to interact with, like, we call them the pool rats, so the kids that come literally every single day. They know your name, they walk in, they're like, hi Katie, hi, like they're so excited to see you, and like while they can be annoying, they're, I don't know, you just have like a special relationship with the kids that come like all the time, which is super nice and super fun. But so overall, I love lifeguarding. I don't think I would trade it for anything in the world. If I could do this job for the rest of my life and get paid enough for it for the rest of my life, I would do it. I really do love lifeguarding, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that like if you're thinking about becoming a lifeguard or like curious about lifeguarding, that this helped. If you guys have any questions, like comment below and I'll reply to you, or like message me on Instagram or something. I know I've had a few people like ask me like, oh, like I want to become a lifeguard, like what do you think, blah blah blah. So I hope this video is helpful in that regard, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye guys.